But the real surprise was when the individuals regained voluntary control of their limbs and they were able to move. We felt kind of silly at that point because we had not done any control experiments to even test whether they were going to regain voluntary control. So it happened very unexpectedly. And that changed everything.
I grew up in a very physically active family. My parents actually ran marathons for fun. So my brother and I actually grew up camping, hiking, swimming, so I was pretty active at the time of my accident. I had suffered a spinal cord injury. I didn't really know what that meant other than the fact that it was really bad. I couldn't really move my hands, so I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what the future would be, but I knew it wouldn't be what it was before. Right? It dramatically changed. Even if I did recover, it wouldn't be the same. I always say I was like a wet noodle. I had like no muscle tone. I had a hard time sitting up. I had a different wheelchair at the time, but it was also manual, and I really couldn't push myself at all. I felt really tired just even sitting up. It was pretty rough. I thought, wow, I don't know if I could live in this body. It was a stark contrast to what my life was like before.
Because the connection that is between the brain and spinal cord, that connection can't be the original connection. Now, the spinal cord is learning, and most people think of learning just in the brain. But now we know that learning is occurring in the spinal cord. And so that made us realize, well, that gives us a lot of potential to work with.
After using the stimulation, to go ahead and open water bottles, or if you think like jars of jam, open doorways with my left hand, hold a fork a lot easier. Just little things that you really don't think about when you're able-bodied. But when you have a disability, especially when you have quadriplegia, it really makes a big difference in your life. I think it's fantastic. I mean, because currently there's really no treatment for spinal cord injury. The rehabilitation tools that I used when I was in rehab were pretty archaic, right? You learn to roll around, you learn to sit up, maybe put on your clothes if you can, and that's it. Like maybe they stick, one of those TENS units on your arms to stimulate your muscles, but that only really goes so far, and it kind of burns, the amount of stim you need to create movement is a lot more than what we use now. So I feel like it's really the future. Exciting to see, what the future holds in terms of this technology. I hope that more people can use it, and hopefully one day I can take it home.